In 1974, good luck. Let's open with knight f3 as per usual. Goes knight c6. Let's play d4. So opponent, 760 games, relatively new account but not brand new. Let's maybe go for London structure this game. Play more d4 game rather than Naretti. So if you're looking to push in the centre, I'll go here and just bring the bishop up or right up. Okay, I'll just develop the bishop and break that pin. We're just trying to castle and then come up with a plan of what to do. Okay, so we'll get that first bit done. So we could go c4. We've got knight forward. If he takes and we take here, that feels wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, I think we just go here and trade the bishop. If he takes this way, we'll have to take back because he then double cover this. So we'll take. Actually, I don't need a pre-move, do I? It is rapid, so you can take your time here. But he's going for this idea. So here and here, and it'll open things up. Can't really stop him playing c5. So I'm not sure of the merits of that. I'm just going to develop the knight and connect my rooks. If I trade like this, it breaks his pawn structure, but I can't really stop him playing c5 in any event. And he'll have a second one to play c5 with as well. So he's gone up. That's a good common sense move. I think I need to do that as well, don't I? Just know we've given our king an emergency square for later in the game. Now we need to try and get the rooks on better squares. It's just where do they want to be? Or do we go b3, c4? Do we go c4 immediately? But again, even with c4, we can't really stop c5 once that knight is shifted. But c4, maybe go for this. Okay, he's forcing the issue a little bit. So what about c4 now? He can take and we can completely shatter the structure. So here, if he takes the knight, we take. So if he takes with a bishop, we could take with a pawn. He goes back. Maybe knight across. It could get a bit crazy. Let's do that then. It could get a bit wild and crazy. Let's play c4. I think we might see bishop takes here. And then do I go a bit bold, taking back this way? Say knight back, knight across. He can start launching one. So it could get really, really wild, this. Or he could just maybe play a simple move. That's what he's gone for. Up now, takes. Same sort of concept. I don't like that. So do I take here first? I might walk into some tricks here, I think. I'm going to take the knight now. And trade the bishop as well. I think I'm walking into tactics if I don't. And I need to get these rooks into place somewhere. So we'll get rid of the bishop as well. Now if I go here, I'm going to be walking into e5. So that's a problem. So I think I'd better take the pawn. Can't really stop this, can I? So do I play a rook here? Down, trade, rook here. That looks alright. Rook here maybe. So I'll have to take when he pushes. Could do it immediately. Indeed he has. So I think I need to take there. But now what do we actually do? It's a bit of a problem allowing a push here, isn't it? Takes, he'd attack my queen, but he would have an isolated pawn. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the knight out of the way. If he pushes, I think I can take and allow this and then shuffle. And he's got an isolated pawn. It could win the game, it could lose the game. If he pushes this one, I've got a nice square for the knight. But then he's got a nice wall of pawns if he can keep them protected. So he's played across. So can I start getting a bit more forward here? We need a plan. That's not easy. I don't want to move my f rook because if he takes, I'll have to move it again to take back. I want to be a bit careful with these pawns. So I'm looking at a move like queen up just to pressure this. And what does he do to guard? Or maybe I go here instead. I'm not sure. It could be going offside, couldn't it? I guess he's got rook here to pressure the pawn. Let's play queen right up then. It could be a mistake this because I'm putting the queen right on the side of the board. So it could just be a mistake or a blunder. I might have to end up retreating fairly quickly once he pushes. He will push at some point, it's just a case of when. So my advantage is on the queen side, the A and B pawns. I need to find a way to get them down the board, but I don't see it right now. Okay, so he has traded. He's played queen up, so he's happy to trade here as well. So does that give us a chance to pressure this pawn? So take, say rook up, knight back. We could play rook here, and he can't guard the pawn. My king's got an emergency square, so take. If he moves this rook somewhere, this pawn hangs. He could do this first, and we get a nice position. We've always got this move. So I'm going to take and go forward and hit the pawn. But knight here, I think I can just come here and pressure the pawn. I might be wrong, because we'd attack the knight. If he goes back, we could take this one. He might push here first, and then knight across, and then he might try and guard it. But then we can still try and target this. That's what he's gone for. So I've only got really one move here. Let's jump across. But we're trying to target both of them. So he's gone to guard that one. So have I got anything here? I've got knight across threatening a check, but it's not a big threat, is it? I think I come here then. Or here, king across. But if he steps here, then I can throw in a check, and he'd have to step back. It feels like, again, there's no concrete way to break this. Like, you know, even this is difficult to achieve, so he's pretty solid. So does he get bold here, push the pawn down the board? Yeah, he's gone there. So I've got knight here, I've got knight here. I'm going to just play a slow, steady holding move for now to take pressure off if he goes here. But there, I can throw a check in. He'll have to go back to one or the other. It could just be a repetition, or it might not be much else I can achieve. So he's gone back. He's gone back. I don't think I can play f3. g4. Let's go g4 and try and bring the king up. Plant the knight. I'm going to try and bring the king here and then push the pawn on, but it's kind of, it needs a lot of moves to be doing anything. A lot of moves. Excuse me. Let's just see what our opponent does, and then we'll try and come up with a plan. No point overthinking our opponent's moves, because obviously they can play anything they like. But I think I need to go here now. Or I might be looking at this, but then I go here. I'm going to try and go here. I'm trying to support the g-pawn to push them both forward and dislodge the knight. That's what I'm trying to do. It might not be that good, but that's what we're aiming for. So let's come here. So now we've got the plan to hopefully start to push. Knight can escape. The king can't go next to the rook in one move. The knight moves, we can take this one. Rook across, we can move behind this one. We cover this. He could just push on here. Takes. So I'll have to counter push. Oh, he's pushed forward, but doesn't that allow me to push on and kick his knight now? The knight won't have a check. So here, if he goes and hits the rook, we take. If he goes this way, maybe we can guard, I'm not sure. And then we still have this, right? So I think we push on and attack the knight. If he goes this way, there's actually a checkmate threat, isn't there? Right now he can guard there. If he goes this side, it's a mate threat. So he might have to go back and concede this pawn, because the king can't move forward or block a back rank if he goes this side. So that actually loses the game. So he should spot that he's a strong player. If the knight moves back to e8, I think I just take the d5 pawn. Okay, so that's what he's done. So he's seen that. So let's capture this pawn. I've got a square for this knight if needed. Now, I've got knight across here to try and trade something. But knight here might walk into rook across, right? My rook's not protected. My knight wouldn't be able to move. Take, he takes. There's no nasty discovery. So I think I have to just drop back here. How do we get this then? I can't, can I? But I've got no other squares here. So let's come here and hit this pawn. If he pushes, I think I need to counter push and then try and blockade. That's what he's done. But takes. I've got rook across as well. So can we do that? I mean, I could ignore it for a move and go something like this, but then he's got knight here. And then he guards this pawn. I've got rook across immediately now. Take, and I've got the outside pawn, plus I've got this. That looks better to me. Let's go here. I might be wrong, I'm a minute down on the clock, so yeah, I've got to start playing a bit quicker soon. I do play bullet, of course, but I'm not a naturally quick player as such, even though I play bullet. I need to use the time I've got, so he's pushed forward. Now, if I ignore this, then he's going to come and cement this, so I have to take there, right? Knighting's not a move. Knight here, he's just pushing, and he's good. So I'm going to have to take and hope I can push this, so if I can get the pawn up here, he's going to have to go and guard, and then my idea is to come this way. So here, I mean, I guess I could go here actually. Is this a move now? If he checks, I just take the pawn, and this is fine. And it stops him going here. It must be a good move, right? And then if he moves his king, I can potentially drop back and just attack this pawn. But I'm a minute down on the clock, so he's got more time to try and figure things out. I just don't want to be a little bit careful not to allow him an outside pass pawn. That's a really big danger, but I've got one myself here. I need 4 moves to get it here, and then the knight protects it. So, right, is there anything better than knight back here? I stop him checking me, and I attack the pawn, and he can't guard it. So that must be good, right? I stop the check, the no check from the knight here. I'm fine to take. And he's just resigned it. Yeah, he doesn't see a plan, so he's resigned. So we've managed to get a good win there. Let's see what it was in engine speak, though. See if it was actually winning, or if we've messed up earlier on anywhere. 37 moves, they're the move times for both players. So let's request an analysis. Queen's Pawn game, Chigorin variation. If you click on that, it'll bring up some puzzles to do for training, which are always very, very useful. We'll just wait until we see this populate. It doesn't normally take too long, but obviously there could be a lot of people on the platform using the analysis all in one go. If it takes too long, I'll just pause and then I'll come back a bit later on. Oh, there, it's running now. It's happened at the odd time when it takes a long time, so I just pause and come back, but once it starts working, it shouldn't be that long. Okay, so we've really started building an advantage around about move 19-20ish. That's when we started just getting better and gradually better. You see mistakes along the way. 93-89 on the accuracy. No bad blunders from either player. Okay, you see nothing at all really been flagged here from either of us. So we both played the opening pretty well. We're just trying to stick to principles, get castled, get your king safe, challenge for the centre in some way, shape or form. Then try and figure out a plan here. Now c5 was the engine's preferred move here. Let's turn that on and see what the eval difference is. I only set it to 2 lines. You can go up to 5 if you want. I just have it set to 2. So c5 is the main move at 0.7, and the next move is the f rook to c1 and stack the queen side. Okay, they're the 2 main moves. But if you do this, you're likely to walk into this e-pawn push at some point. That's what I was a bit concerned about, but the engine says that's what you should do. So I lost 0.6 for that. And we're just trying to come up, like I say, some sort of plan here. The queen's a little bit offside now. Queen to b6 was a mistake. So trading was good. Rook c6 was good. He should have played knight to e4 instead of pawn to e4. So he should play knight to e4 and just sack this pawn. That's the only line it gives there, the only move. The knight was good, so this is all good from both of us. The check was good. And then b5, he should have just dropped his rook back to the back rank. And I should have then played this check in with the knight going back now. Have I missed some tactic there then? Oh, maybe knight across. But he's got rook over to guard. So I should have played rook check, knight back. Oh, I take, I've got the tactic. I mean, that's just basic tactics, isn't it? If you're paying attention, you see that straight away. If you're doing puzzles, you'd see that. And that's what you do puzzles for, to try and see things like that. So that's why I'm much better there. I just didn't see the tactic during the course of the game. That would have been nice to see, wouldn't it? Basic tactics, and then you just sack king takes, knight in, and you hit the 2. Basic tactics is what we do all the puzzles for, but it's easier to see them when you know you're doing a puzzle and you know there's a solution there. But this was all good. This was all good. And in this position, we're plus 5.1. It's in an arena, so opponent has just said, right, I'll leave this game and go and play another one. So it is what it is.